Hi guys, welcome to OG Trades. We're discussing the FTI Performance Manual. We're in Module 2. We'll be discussing Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. Module 2, which says Building an Operating System, a Trading Operating System. Chapter 7, the Execution Protocol. Professionals never trade on impulse. They execute through protocol. That is true. Not every trade you ever try to make in the market should have a protocol, should have step-by-step protocol on the trades you want to put in. That should be an exit strategy. That should be an entry strategy. That should be this. That should be that. That should be risk management included in it. That should be reasons and logic why you're going into a trade. And that should be step by step on why and what to do if this happens in the market. So it should be the protocol. It shouldn't be on impulse because I'm seeing this or I'm seeing that. No, that should be a protocol for you to be in any trade. Emotion is fast. Protocol is slow. Fast-moving markets tempt emotional action. Professionals deliberately slow themselves down by following a predefined process. Yes, there should be a predefined process where everyone should follow because emotions are fast. You might see a market going up too fast or going down too fast and you want to jump in. No, when you have a protocol to follow, a predefined protocol, this thing slows you down. You don't rush into the market or you don't make emotional decisions in the market. So why professionals don't chase? Missing one opportunity is insignificant. Damaging your standards while chasing one opportunity is expensive. This is good because I've been in positions or situations where I followed my protocol. I ended up missing the trade because I was ticking out my protocols or waiting for a certain criteria to be met, and I ended up missing that trade. I mean, as an upcoming trader, then I felt bad. It was like, oh, this is bullshit. I shouldn't have done this. Now I missed this trade. But when I review when I did the review back then, I realized okay, this is from a place of FOMO, fear of missing out. This was a place of there are some other things in play there. But the fact that I was following my protocol and I missed the trade means that trade wasn't meant for me. Because when you follow your protocols, your A plus setups waiting for you will also come there. You will be in a trade that is meant for you to be in because you followed your protocol. Remember, it doesn't mean you're gonna be the trade is gonna be a win or loss. There's no guarantee on that, but this is a protection of your own confidence and your own confidence, like having a control of yourself. You see, remember in previous episodes we talked about other traders trying to manage time. You manage yourself. So this is you managing yourself in the market in real time. So there is a pause button also that you can follow. It says here, before every trade, ask yourself, does this trade deserves my capital? Rather than can this trade make me money? You see that? I've always had traders, successful traders say, remove the money aspect from trading. They are not telling you not to expect making money in the market. No. It's like don't be too money minded. Rather, if you want to be even to be money minded in the market, if you want to be too money minded in the market, always be on the defensive side, not on the aggressive side of the market. Like instead of saying how much am I going to make, say, how much am I willing to risk, something like that. So here it says the same thing. Can this instead of focusing on how much can this trade make me, rather focus on how much money or does this trade deserve my capital? Because you are giving to the market. Remember, market is always ready to take. It doesn't even send you an invoice. Whatever you're doing in the market, you pay for it beforehand. So ask yourself so these questions like, does this trade deserve my capital? Does it deserve this payment I'm going to? Because you're already making the payment beforehand. I'm going to leave you this quote in chapter 7. It says, confidence does not come from predicting the market. It comes from trusting your preparation. These things build your confidence. It's not just about winning trades. It's not about your opinions. It's not about your red days. It's not about your green days. Yes, red days can make you feel somehow. Green days can make you feel overconfident. But the work within the work is where your confidence lies. Your confidence. That's where your confidence lies. The work within the work. The boring one, the ones you think that are nothing. Those are the ones where your real confidence lies. So when you work on them, work on the preparation, work on actual preparation before you get into buying or selling. Work on the preparation. That's where your confidence lies. So that whatever the result you get back won't have much effect on your identity or your confidence as a trader. Let's move over to chapter 8. Chapter 8 says, knowing when to walk away. The discipline to stop trading is just as valuable as the discipline to start. Yes, starting the starting is easy. It's easy, but it requires a lot more of discipline. Same as stopping. The way you started, you need to apply the same discipline to stop yourself. Because most of us, we know how to start. We can just start, but stopping ourselves is the key issue here. Now it says every professional stops. Elite performers know when to push and when to conserve energy. Professional traders apply the same principles. Yes. Elite performers know when to push and when to conserve. Remember when the last one was conserving your energy and not trying to manage time. Know your peak hours. Know when you're at your highest performing energy level. Same thing applies. Know when to apply these principles in your trading. Know when to push and know when to conserve your energy. And there are three dangerous states. The three highest risk states are revenge, euphoria, and exhaustion. Each reduces decision. Each reduces decision quality and increases risk. Now, we all know about revenge. Those are the highest risk we can be in. One of the highest risks we can be in. Revenge, trying to get back what we've already lost. It can be from last week, can be from yesterday. Risking more. Euphoria, this is the overconfident phase where we've gone on a winning streak and we are feeling on top of the moon. We no longer believe the market could, get back to us, and we are risking too much because of how confident we are in a particular trade and not following a risk management plan. This is euphoria for you. And exhaustion. This has been, you remember we said about energy, conserving energy. You know that most of the time you already before you make a good quality decision, there are combinations of decisions you've made before blowing an account. Remember that before the aha moment of my account is blown, there has been a combination of decisions. So conserve your energy to make better decisions. Don't just make anyhow decisions in the market, because the more decisions you make, it reduces the chances of you making good decisions going forward. So choose wisely. So remember the three high risk states you can be in: revenge, euphoria, and exhaustion. Learn how to identify these three states. Know when you're in revenge mood, know when you're in euphoria mood, know when you are in exhaustion mood, and apply caution where you need to. Then look at this. Winning days need rules tools, because we always talk about red days. The winning days, the excellent days can be ruined by just one more trade. Protecting, you protect your winning days with the same discipline as losing days. I mean, you can easily walk away from the losing days if you had like your stop out rules, Max Jordan, or maybe if you're trading a pop frame and they have the Max Jordan for the day and you've already hit that, that can automatically stop you out. Most people, if there are no such guardrails around them, they blow all the way through. You're on a winning streak. You know that you're overconfident. You slow down on those days. You say, okay, this is my max win for the day. I know that you might not get enough of winning. So greed might creep in. So you say, this is it. I'm gonna stop here today. And I'm gonna this is my max win for the day. You follow that rule and protect the ones you've already made. Because the market only takes from us. You need to learn how to protect the ones you take from the market. So at the end of this chapter 8, I'm gonna give you this quote. It says, your last trade of the day should be determined by your plan, not by your emotions. Your last trade of the day should be determined by your plan, not by your emotions. Emotions should never, ever be a determining factor in your trading plans, because emotion already exists in the market. It comes, it creeps on us, like it's all around us. So when you make a plan, when you're doing an operating system, make sure there are no emotions in there. Rather, I'm not saying we are all emotional in some way, but make sure that when you're making your plans, you remove any sort of emotions. Follow a direct protocol, follow a determined plan. Say, I'm going to stop when I hit a so amount of drawdown. I am going to stop when I hit a so amount of winning. And I'm going to stop when I feel like I'm chasing a setup. Most of us, there is something called confirmation bias, where we collect as much evidence to support our claim, whether it's right or wrong. So the market can also give us that. You can also be we have that confirmation bias in the market where, oh, I need to be in the shorts. Now you find every possible lead to be in the short, instead of trying to see what the market is actually showing you. Say, okay, this might not be a short. The market is saying, oh my god, reverse area, oh my god, there's a continuation of that. So these are things you need to build into your pricing system, into your game plans, not emotional ones. See you on the next one. Remember, use the link in bio to get this ebook. Go through them like a manual, go through them like instructions. If you're already there, you can still come back and refer back to it anytime you want. See you on the next one.